Carbon budgets set the total amount of greenhouse gas emissions that may be released during a 5-year period. Carbon budgets are calculated using the unit of measurement megatons of carbon dioxide equivalent on a century timescale. This unit of measurement includes greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane and nitrous oxide. The Climate Change Advisory Council published its proposal for the first set of carbon budgets in 2021. Government accepted this proposal and they became legally binding in April 2022. These carbon budgets aim to put Ireland on a path to achieving climate neutrality by 2050. The first two carbon budgets, covering 2021 to 2025 and 2026 to 2030, sought to ensure that Ireland reduces its carbon emissions by at least 51% by 2030 relative to its 2018 emissions levels. So how much of the carbon budgets to 2030 remain? Our best estimate of how much is left of our carbon budgets and the likelihood that we would avoid exceeding our budget comes from the analysis of the EPA. The EPA has published provisional estimates of greenhouse gas emissions up to the end of 2023, which includes the first 3 years of the first carbon budget. The EPA also publishes projections based on two different scenarios, with existing measures and with additional measures. Under the with existing measures scenario, we are likely to exceed the first carbon budget by 7%. The more optimistic with additional measures scenario would see Ireland exceed the first carbon budget by 5%. The second carbon budget is even more challenging. Under the with existing measures scenario, we are on course to miss the second carbon budget by 54%. Modelling of the with additional measures scenario projects that we will exceed the second carbon budget by 33%. Any exceedance of one carbon budget must be carried forward into the following carbon budget period, reducing it by the same amount. The scale of the potential exceedance for the period 2026 to 2030 is a considerable concern, and action must be taken now to phase out our fossil fuel consumption and make the changes required to get back on track.